All right, Sarah, we're live. Streaming the Romans, playing the Cumberland Grad, Sarah. You're live from the Coliseum in Richmond. For a game of the it is. All right. So here we are. I got a viewership of one, an audience of one, and that's one enough for us. We're here tonight to watch the Osgoode Richmond Romans take on the Cumberland Grads. And what's sure to be a hard-fought battle, as it always is. Romans looking to bounce back after a loss last game. Hoping for a good, strong Saturday night effort. Just like the Blue Jays. We can end the night with a Romans win and a Blue Jays win. It'll be excellent. Hey, Sarah? Welcome, Hester, to our broadcast. Starting off tonight, we have a line of Jonah Gray, Connor Best, and I think Cole Villeneuve making his Romans debut. On defense, Ewan Potts and Wes Thomas. And back in net, we've got Zach. Welcome back, Zach. For the opening faceoff, here we go. Brad's control off the faceoff. Get it deep in the zone. Cole back, chip the puck around the boards. Jonah there to pick it up. Out front of the net. And Zach covers the puck easily at the side of the net. Off the faceoff, Jonah controls the puck out of the zone. Cumberland B to D, back in the Roman zone. West trips. Must be a spot on the ice there or something. In the puck deep, out, and the Grads knock it out of the zone and regrouping in the neutral zone. Connor hard on the check. Grads in, stopped by West, and there's Cole. Oh, slips on the same spot. There must be something over there. Same spot on the ice. Now we've got a little bit of a break here, an odd man rush. Broken up by Ewan on a nice, simple play. Ewan battling for the puck in the corner, up to Jonah on the boards. Jonah evades a check. Connor bumps the player off. Grads up with it. Shot at the net. Romans can't quite get the puck out of the zone at this point and stuck in their zone early. A little bit of a slow start. There's Wes up to Cole and just down. Wes takes a check, knocks him over, gets the puck down the ice, no icing, and Romans up for a change. As we have Bryce in with Lucas back on D. There's Bryce and Carter in for it looks like it could be a break. Oh, and an excellent chance on net. Nice play back to Max, who's back. Slap shot off the shin pads. There's Carter past the middle of the ice, picked up by the Grads player and up the far boards. In on Lucas. Lucas closes the gap quickly. Max behind the net. Puck evades him. Max trips in the corner. Their player comes around, then Carter picks up the puck out in front of our net. And sure-handed Lucas carries the puck out of the zone. He's got the puck up to Eric. Eric chips it in, and the Romans on the net and force a face-off in the offensive zone. We've got just under 13 minutes left in the first period, and there's no score. Taking the face-off, we have Carson with Jack McGlade on left and Griff on right. Dean and Brody. Country music duo. Nice shot by Dean. Picked up rebound. Couldn't quite be controlled by Griff. And Grads break it out. So we have a shot on net for the Romans and a good chance at that. Jumped into the Roman zone. Picked up by the Grads player behind the net. Control it behind. Pass out front. Broken up by Brody. Up the boards. Over to Griff. Griff pass intercepted by the Grads. Shot kicked to the corner by Zach. Up the boards. Controlled by the Grads. Broken up by Griff. A nice play, and Jack's off for the races. He's going to try and beat them through there, and he does. He is tripped, broken down, but no penalty called. Jack didn't fall. Probably was what resulted in there being no penalty, but a good hard play by Jack, and they're going to go pick up the puck in the corner. Jack still got it. Knocked off the puck. Oh, but he gets it back. Him and Connor working hard. There's Connor. Oh, they can't quite figure out how to get that out front of the net there, so the Grads are breaking it up. Jack makes a hit. Their player shot off the post. A heck of a slap shot. And Zach wasn't quite ready for that, but will be next time. Connor chips it out. Forechecking hard. Tries a check, misses. And then the Grads are breaking it back in. Oversteps the puck. In control. Good check by Jonah and Ewan. Grads regroup. Forechecked by Cole, and they dump it in. Wes in after the puck. Hard to knock Wes off the puck. Connor goes, picks it up, but Jonah's now got it. Jonah, a nice little play, regrouping behind the net. Pass to Connor, just a bit ahead of his stick. Jonah knocks that puck off the stick, or intercepted that shot. Wes picks it up. Roman's a little scrambly here again. Can't quite get it out. Jonah finishes his check. Wes finishes his check. Romans are becoming a little more comfortable with the checking aspect, but they still can't quite get that puck out of the zone. There goes Ewan. Up. Connor lays a hit. Nice clean check. Gets a hit back. Nice clean check. Cole and Jonah up at the points, and now the puck gets behind them. And Cole's going to here try and get that puck out, and he almost does, not quite. And it looks like Jonah's job right here is to do exactly what he did, and that's get the puck out of our zone and go off for a change. So no harm, no foul to the Romans on that shift. Brad's player dumps it back in. Lucas has got it. Brad's going for a change. Romans have a little bit of space carrying the puck up the ice. There's Lucas. Takes a step around. Knocked to his feet. Bryce takes a check. Eric's at the point, holding the puck in, and there's Bryce. Chips it to Carter. Shot just over the net. Max in, pinching, and holds the puck in. Nice play by Max. Nice check by Bryce. Knocks over, but that's okay. Made a play. And Carter passes it back. Nobody there. Didn't see that there was no one there. And now Max is back to pick that puck up. Takes it around the net. Nobody there. Right to the Grads player. Eric makes a check. Max and Eric battling for it. Max knocked off the puck out to the neutral zone, and the Romans breaking back into their own zone. Max chips it up the boards. Eric can't quite handle that. And the Grads regrouping it through the neutral zone. Change. Griff's on the ice. Shot off Zach's blocker, easily handled. But then, coughed up in the middle of the zone. There's Griff up. Nice pass up to Carter, but chipped and broken up by the Grads. Carson hard forechecking in the offensive zone, pinned against the boards. pursued by Jack. Jack off his shin pads. He picks up that puck. He's tucked to knock out that puck. Back to Griff. Griff can't quite corral that puck. Up to Dean. Dean hammers it back in, and the Romans regroup and go back after it. Can't quite pick up that puck. Jack Blade pretty. Now it's back over to the Roman zone. Dumped in. Grads are changing. Romans have a bit of a chance here to gain control and maybe move the puck around. Back to Carson. Up to Jack. Jack. Oh, nice shot. Blocked by the Grads player. Back to the point. Dean. He's going to get a shot off. Nope. Chipped into the boards. Back to Jack. Jack looking. Picked up by Griff. A little bit of sustained pressure here for the Romans. That's good. Dean forechecking. Picked up by Brody. Brody trips and stumbles, and we have a bit of an epidemic here on the part of the Romans. Nice shot. Well handled by Jack. Covered up. Cleared away. 7 minutes, 40 seconds left in the first period. No score. Here in the Palatial Richmond Memorial Community Center. Birthplace of the International Silver Stick. Face-off controlled by the Grads. Jonah out. And we have a penalty coming up against, it's going to be called against the Romans. I think Wes and the other player were battling in front of the net. The referee didn't think it was appropriate, so he's decided he's going to call, oh, no, not that. It was calling Jonah. Jonah for the hook. Jonah seemed to know it. Skating to the bench, no argument. Didn't quite see it. We'll have to watch the replay and determine what happened there. But regardless, we've got face-off in the Roman zone. Penalty killers on the ice. Cole, Connor, Ewan, and Wes. Cole takes a check, gets the puck to the line, not out. Connor and Ewan hammers it down the ice, and we're going to have one forechecker. Connor's going to change. And Cole down in. Going to get back now. Bryce on the ice, Ewan, and there's Cole breaking up the play through the zone, and player dances around into the offensive zone. Controls the play on the outside, and there goes Bryce on the break down the ice, 1-on-2 on a penalty kill. Just going to carry the puck into the corner, have a shot on net, and force a face-off in the offensive zone. Well played by Bryce, good play. A minute 15 left in the power play, 6 minutes, 43 seconds left in the first period. No score between your Osgoode Richmond Romans and the Cumberland Grads. Carter taking the face off with Bryce, one back to Lucas, just a chip shot on it. Oh, Bryce wasn't quite ready for that rebound. There's Lucas. Lucas is just going to hammer it back in the zone, not quite far enough past the defender. Lucas again keeps the puck in, and Bryce just going to chip it in. We're going to have one player forecheck, one player stand back. Carter didn't go after that one, and Roman Grads break it out. There goes Carter forechecking. Carter in, going to dance around. Get the shot in the corner again, just trying to control the puck here. Good check by Carter. And just trying to control the puck in the offensive zone to kill the penalty. The best way to do that is when the other team does not have the puck on their stick. There goes Carter forechecking. The Romans fans didn't like that check against Eric. But Eric got the better of that and knocked the other player down. There's Eric with Brody, and Brody hammers it down the ice. We have 10 seconds left in the Romans penalty kill. Max fires it right down, and the Romans successfully killed that penalty with most of the time spent in the offensive zone there. Now the Grads are going to break it back in. Carson's on the ice. We have a 5-on-5 play back. Carson, Griff, and Jack Blade with Max and Brody. There goes Griff up the ice. Griff forcing the puck down, driving to the net. Can't quite get around them, and he's forechecking hard. This puck back to Brody, hammers it on net. Low, hard shot, but didn't quite make it through. Romans controlling that puck. Oh, almost. Griff trips, falls. There's Carson, hard forechecking. Lifting up the stick. Romans controlling that puck now. There's Carson with it. He finds Jack. Oh, shot right on net. Wonderful play. Couldn't have set it up any better, and great shot by Jack, but the goalie made a good save. Now the Grads break it back in. Out front of the net. Broken up by Brody and Griff. Checked hard against the boards. A little bit careful there for a check from behind, but that was a clean play. There goes Griff up to Carson. Carson controls in his skates as he does so well. He's going to get that puck across to Jack. No offside. There we go. Better follow that play. Pursued. And what do we got going on here? Something is happening. Oh, the goalie had equipment malfunction. And given that the Grads controlled the puck, they blew it down. 4 minutes, 8 seconds left in the first period. No score today between the Romans and the Grads. Face off somehow outside the Grads zone. Connor takes the face off. Controlled by the Grads. Forechecked hard by Cole. Picked up by Connor. Connor back over the line. Chips it in. He's going to go hard after it. Got forechecked by Jonah. Connor and Jonah doing a good job forechecking there. Just kept in the corner. Tried to move it around. Ewan can't quite keep it in, but he does. Connor picks it up. Looking for Jonah. He's going to take it behind the net. Just wrap it around. Oh, front. Jonah can't quite get a stick on it. Good, great chance by the Romans. Great play. Connor, Jonah taps it back. There goes Ewan breaking up that play as he does so well. Connor's with the puck on his skates. Back checked by the Grads player. The Grads regroup and bring it forward. Pass broken up. Wes got to get that puck. Good job. Half a step behind there by Cole. Grads moving the puck pretty well. D to D tonight. Offside call because it chipped off Cole, who was inside the line. 3 minutes, 9 seconds left in this first period. Been pretty back and forth. Chances on either end. We're going to have a face-off just outside the Romans' blue line with Carter taking the draw between Eric and Bryce and Max and Lucas on D. Some new lineup combinations today. Looks like we have Isaac away from the Romans, but everybody else seems to be back, which is good. We had a couple injuries, a couple games there. Player one-on-one here against Max. Chips it by him, but Lucas is there. Lucas easily, nicely controlled, then play up and chipped in, and a great play to the Romans to go get it. Carter's going to slide into that corner, pick up that puck, pass it over to Bryce. Still behind there, can't quite get it. There's Eric. And we got Lucas, chipped by Lucas, so we got a 2-on-1 here. Hard back check. Max is going to try and stay in the middle here, and a nice shot in the goal. Tough one. Very nice play by the Grads player to find a 5-4 on that shot. So with 2 minutes 27 seconds left in the first period, it's 1-0 for the Grads. Off the face-off. Play controlled by the Romans, shot by Jack, saved by the Grads goalie. Trying to get that one back here right away. Carson here to take the draw with Jack and Griff and Dean and Brody. Controlled by the Romans. Up to Dean. Can't quite control that. Chips it back, and now the Grads are at 3-on-2 the other way, and they face off at the offensive line. They didn't like that. A couple of stick slaps there, but the ref made the call. And the right one at that. Face off controlled by the Grads, picked up by the Romans, and back and forth here. Now the Romans going to break it in. Griff sees Jack. Jack's down, freaking on the side. Oh, can't quite control that puck. Jack still has got the puck in the offensive zone. Chipped behind the net. Jack on it again. Couldn't quite get it to Carson, who called for it. And there's the Romans turning it over and regrouping and bringing it back. Up to Griff. Up to Jack, who's going to chip it by. Oh! almost there for Carson and Jack, but now they got to get back because we have a break the other way with no offside there. They're a little bit sloppy on both sides here, but in terms of controlling the puck. But now we have Carson taking it in. He's going to try and dance around him. It's knocked off the puck. Bouncing at the blue line. Carson's going to forecheck, and a lot of play in the neutral zone, back and forth. Ewan there to Connor, who's got picked up that puck. He's in there with Connor, and again he loses the puck. He's knocked off the puck by the Grads player, and there's Wes to pick it up. Nice play by Wes on a good pinch. Cole covering back for him, and the Grads turn it the other way. Chipped on the other side of the red line, but no icing called. Bumped by Cole. Controlled by the Romans. Cole's going to get up to the point there to try and block the shot. Wes has lost his stick. He's going to pick it up. Connor breaks up the play in front. He's going to carry the puck up now. We got to break the other way. Knocked off the puck. Pass to Jonah. 30 seconds left in the first period. Regrouped by the Romans, D to D. Lucas off the boards. We're in the middle of a Romans line change. There goes Connor, a weak backhand in, and gets past the Grads defender. To be forechecked by Bryce. Max up pinching, a nice pinch play there. Good for Max. Shot on net, handled easily by the goalie, but a good play by Max. There to keep that puck in, and recognize the breaker-outerer with his back turned, and he jumped that play. 9.2 seconds left in the first. Draw one by Romans. Quick shot attempt. Just missed. We're going to end this first period at a 1-0 score. So, end of the first, 1-0 for the Grads. Get ready for the start of this second period. Romans down 1-0, and they certainly haven't stopped believing. Lots of game left so they can get this game back under control. Taking the face-off with Carter between Bryce and Eric, Dean and Brody. Face-off again controlled by the Grads. Chipped back in. Brody picks it up. Recognizes Bryce there. A good stick by the Grads player, but Carter picks it up, and he's going to carry it wide. Sees Eric in front. Oh, just in front of Eric's stick. Chipped up. Dean there to keep it in. There's Carter forechecking hard. Dean gets behind. Oh, Carter just missed on that shot. There's Dean with the puck. He fires it in the zone. Picked up by Eric against the boards. Controlled by the Grads around the net. Breakout attempt, but broken up by Carter. And there's Eric battling hard. Eric with the puck in his stick. Shot on net. Oh, a great save by the goalie. And well done. A good chance. And the goalie had to make a tough toe save there. Some of the Romans fans calling for a penalty, but nothing really wrong with any of that, a little pushing and shoving. Ewan keeps the puck in. We have Carson on the ice with Griff and Jack McGlade. There's Wes pinching on a good pinch. Recognizes that play again. Knocked off the puck by the Grads player. There's Ewan again, a good pinch. Romans playing that defense pinch quite well today. Recognizing when to do that, and they're causing some turnovers in the offensive zone. There's Carson with a wide angle shot. Sometimes works, didn't that time. Wes in there again, pinching. Grads come up with the puck. Griff's got a back check. Griff almost lets the player off the puck. He shoots off the crossbar for the Grads. Controlled behind the net. Allowed to walk out front there. Carson in battling in the corner. West in there taking a good body check. Knocks them off the puck, and the Romans break it up. There goes Jack, 1-on-2. He knows how to handle himself, so he's got it. He's lost the puck there as the Romans change. A good forecheck by Jack. A good, well-executed line change here, where the Romans control the puck in the zone. A nice back. Oh, couldn't quite see Connor out front of the net. Right idea. Just didn't have him in the right spot. Romans bring it back. Dances around Max. Cole back checking there. Romans just have to make sure they don't get too far out of position here. There's all 5 players in one spot there. Connor comes up with it. And he's going to carry it over the line. On his own, he's going to try and dance through them, but oops, can't quite do that. Sorry, follow the play. At least I described it for you. Next time I'll show it as well. Into the zone. Connor picks up the puck. A little bit of a weak, soft play there, but hard play by Jonah. Now Cole comes up with it. Max over to Lucas. Lucas sees Connor. Connor's going to carry it in. He's going to try for a shot, but not going to execute. And they break it back the other way. Max swipes at the other player and causes him to lose the puck, so that worked that time. Connor makes a check, bounces off the player. And there's Lucas coming up the puck. He's slashed and knocked off the puck, but Lucas wins it back. And Lucas is going to battle hard against him. And Connor and Lucas tag team those 2 players, and the crowds regroup it, come up with it. A little bit of miscommunication there behind the net as to whose puck that was going to be. And there goes Jonah breaking it out. He sees Carter across the ice, gets it over to him. Carter can't quite chip it by the Grads player. Lucas there knocks the Grads player over. And there goes Bryce again, a little chippy back and forth from today. Max angles him off, lays ahead. Good play by Max. And here we have a not a one-on thing. Nobody was going after that puck. It was in the neutral zone for a while. And the Grads regroup. Eric, good hard back check. He's going to play a check, knock him off the puck. Over to Bryce. Bryce pinched against and chipped out by Carter. Off a Romans skate. Max swipes, misses. And regrouped again by the Romans. 10:38 left in the second period. 1-0 Romans. So has been a little while since a whistle. Attempted shot. It's been a long shift for this defense pairing out here. Wouldn't be a bad thing to have a whistle right now, but not going to get that whistle right now. There's Carter. He fires the puck up the ice, and that's out. Grads are going to have to regroup as they have 2 players deep in the zone. And over the glass, face off, and a needed line change. 10 minutes, 7 seconds left in the second period. Romans down 1-0. Hoping for some better success on this shift. Carson, Jack, Griff, Dean, and Cody. Didn't quite get that line change done before the whistle ref decided to drop the puck. Shot, and that's goal. Rebound came right out to the player. 2-0. For the Grads. Romans down 2-0 here. Hoping to get a little bit of mojo back. With 9 minutes and 59 seconds left in the second. Face-off controlled. Dumped into the Roman zone. Let's go follow that camera. There we go. Brody knocked over. Carson up to Griff. Griff over the Jack. A lot of overskates today by a number of different Romans players, but there's Carson. He's going to shoot, fire it low and hard. Just missed the net. Carson in the puck, in the corner, picks up the puck out front. Oh! Loose puck on the side of the net, controlled by the Romans still. There comes Jack up with the puck. Back to Brody. Brody, low and hard. Shot saved by the goalie, and good chance by the Romans. A good response shift here. Oh, off the side of the goal. There's Dean. He's going to fire it low and hard. There's Jack. Jack hammer in front of the net. There's Brody. He's got it again. Oh, just missed the net. Off the side. Controlled by Griff. Griff behind. Chips it behind. And there goes Jack. Romans are going to try their cycle. Kept in by Dean. Dean's going to try and dance around, but doesn't. Now we've got a 2-on-1 the other way. Need a good hard back check. There's Carson. Shot off control. Sticked off there by Brody and Dean, and now the Romans are going to turn the other way. We got to break it out. There's Jonah off, fresh on the ice. We've got Jonah and Carson. Carson's going to triple it back to D and get a line change. Not a bad play. Not a bad play. And a nice play by Zach up to Brody. Brody chips it up, tries to find the Romans player, but can't. Dean takes a run at the player, and probably lucky he missed, to be quite honest with you there. Chipped into the room. Jonah. He's going to evade the check behind the net. Comes up with it. A good play because keeping control of that puck, not throwing it away. There's Brody. Brody needs a change, so I think he's going to try and chip it up. And there goes Cole. Chips it past. Cole racing for it. Good hard race by Cole. Good hard check. And Connor's going to chip it into the zone. Good hard play by Cole. Nice check by Connor to win the battle. Not win the battle. And the Romans got a back check here now. They got 3 of them. 3 on 4 here. And offside. Nope, no offside call. Okay. Looked like it was, but that's not me making that call. Controlled at the line. Jonah's mom wants Jonah to go get it. Chip back into the corner. There's Ewan after it. Connor helping in front of the net. And penalty against the Graz player. He's going to go 6. Think about what he could do better. Maybe doing better is not cross-checking the Romans player in front of the net. 7 minutes, 22 seconds left in the first period, and a first power play of the game for the Romans. Face-off taken by Carter with Eric Bryce, Lucas, and Knox. Eric comes up with a puck over to the front of the net. Carter attempted backhand on net, couldn't quite get there, and Grads are going to shoot it. Popped out to the middle of the ice. Eric, good hard battle, wins that puck, tipped it to the corner. Eric comes up with it. He's going to try and control it. Oh, a good shot. Oh, it didn't quite go in. It was at the line, not in, no goal. Attempted to go in, but didn't quite get there. We had video review, we could see it, but we don't. And from this vantage point, the ref was right behind the net. He had eyes on it, and it never went in. So a good try by the 3 Romans there to pound it in. And minute 35 left in the Romans power play. Some good cycling there, and now this group's going to come up and do it. There's Jack. Back to Carter. Got a bit of a new line set up here. Jack, Carter, and Carson with Max. And he, good player. Max knocks him off the puck, knocks him to the corner. There's Lucas trying to knock that player off. We've got Jack, Carson, Carter battling for the puck, and they break the puck in the zone. Jack's going to go around, and he's slashed off the puck. That may have been a penalty. Might have called that one. And we've got Griff on the ice. Oh, nice shot, nice attempt. The Romans line change here, kept in by Brody. Brody on net. There goes Jack. Jack can't quite get it. He's going to take it. Oh, there's Carson. Off of the great save by the goalie. Good sustained pressure here by the Romans. Not there, though. And there's Dean, but back the other way. Chipping it back in, and now we're going to forecheck again. We're going to get that puck out. Controlled by Carson. Carson. There goes Griff. He's got to find somebody. Don't. Right. And Jonah in there, battling hard with Griff and Connor now. Connor battles around the net. Jonah in front of the net. Jonah almost with a shot on net. Jonah got to go get that puck, bud. There you go. Good play by Jonah. Comes up with it with Cole. Up to Connor. Cole. Right. Pull into the corner, and now the Grads are going to swing back the other way, and it's going to be a dump into the corner. They've killed the penalty off. No harm, no foul there for the Grads on that penalty kill for them. Zach fell down in front of the net, and he got back up. There's Brody. Action in front of the net there. Now Jonah breaks it out. He's got Connor. He's going to shoot it into the corner and go for a change. Connor is going to go for check, I think. Yep, there he goes. There's back to the defense, but not identified that there was a player back checking there on the Brad's behalf. Wes in to get it. Comes up with the puck, flips it over to Eric. Eric puts it back behind, loses that puck. Get 3 Grads there, 2 Grads there on it. Ewan battling hard. Puck comes over to Wes, and Wes is going to break it out. He sees Cole across the ice, but couldn't quite connect on that pass. 4 minutes, 10 seconds left in the second period. Your Osgood Richmond Romans trailing 2-0. On the ice, Carter, Eric, Bryce. Bryce out. Got to get that puck, fellas. There's Wes, Ewan. Eric picked up by Eric. There goes Eric. Trying to chip the puck up, couldn't quite get it there. He chipped back, a little bit of back and forth here. Fans yelling for the clock to start, and it did. A few seconds late. Carter checked by the boards, but he comes up with it, and now we've got a 2-on-2 the other way, and he can't quite chip it past the other player. Bryce comes up with it. Now we've got Carter coming in, and he's got a shot on net. Eric going to the net. Wes going to the net. Can't get his shot away. Oh, nice try by Wes. And a good play by Ewan over to Bryce, over to the front of the net. Oh, slapped at the net, just missed. There's Carter. He's looking for a player, looking for somebody out front. A good pass out front. Shot by Ewan. Hard on the net. And now we've got a Romans player in the corner. Injured. Carter was injured on the ice. He's coming off. Going to face off, going to be outside the zone. We have 3.5 minutes left in the second period. Romans down 2-0. Chip back to Wes. Wes took the player off. They're going to call that a penalty. And there's a penalty against Wes. Romans fans don't like it. A little miffed after the lack of call the last one. And we will be on a Romans penalty kill. 3 minutes, 16 seconds left in the second period. Hoping to kill this one off and turn things around the rest of the game. Shot wide. There's Jack's going to hammer it up the ice, but not down the ice. Out front. And Jack still can't quite get it down. Two hard attempts. Coming up with it. There's Carson, can't quite get it out. Off his shin pads, and now he's going to not get it out quite yet. Good hard plays, but they couldn't quite get the puck down the ice. Just got to make sure they're not shooting them up the. There's a team Jack who can't quite get to the line. A few attempts there, but there's Max up to Jack, and now Jack is going to get it out of the zone. There goes Carson. He's going to go race after that. Force the other player to make a turn behind his net. Chases him around behind, and now the Grads are going to break it out. Shot on net. Max spun around, and he shoots it to the corner, up to the line. Carson, saved by Jack off the blocker. They allowed to come up and a goal. 3-0 for the Grads. Failed clearing attempt and shot from the high slot. Roman's got a little bit of regrouping here to do. Two minutes, 11 seconds left in the second period. Cole, Connor, Jonah, Dean, and Brody. Face-off one, controlled by the Romans, up to Griff, up to Cole. Griff would be his older brother. And now we have a penalty call against the Grads. The ref said that's a head contact. And he's going to go sit in the penalty box. Looks like for 2 minutes, which is the exact amount of time left on the clock in the second period. So he'll be out before the end of the second if the Romans can convert on this. Connor to take the draw, loses the draw, and shot down the ice by Carson. Zach's going to shoot it out to their player. And we'll have to be a little bit smarter on that next time. I know we're trying, but Cole in. There's Connor. Nice shot. Nice goal by Connor. Nice slot. Over the goalie's shoulder. The Romans get it back quickly there. 3-1 Romans. Well, not your standard breakout of your own zone on a power play, but ended up on the Roman stick, and they put it in the back of the other team's net for a 3-1 score. Grads break it back the other way, chip it into the zone. Wes is there. He's going to hammer it around right to the other player. They're going to put it out front, and Eric's going to go after it. A shot high, glove down by Zach. Wes doesn't like it. He gets a little pushy. The ref says, please don't do that, fellas. Let's be a little bit nicer. Minute and a half left in the second period. Carson here on the draw. Looks like Carter's still on the bench. You got Eric up at the point. Blocked there by the back of Carson's leg. Can't have felt good. A quick shot off the side of the net. West shoots it up. Oh, good chip. And into the back of the Romans net. Four to 1 for the Grads. Quick strike response there by the Grads after the Romans cut it to a 2-goal lead, and now we're back to a 3-goal lead. On the ice, Jack, Griff, and Connor, Max and Lucas. In the neutral zone, up to Jack, up to Griff. Griff over to Jack. Jack, lost at the line. Max brings it back, shipped it off. Shot back down the ice by the Grads. Less than a minute left in the second period. Jack over to Jack, or Max over to Jack, sorry. Connor up to Jack. Shipped it to the line, not out. And he's dancing around a bunch of Romans players. He misses the net. The Romans got to be a little bit harder on that. He got around 3 guys there, and there goes Jack. He's going to race after this puck. He is going to get there at about the same time as the other guy, and not a little bit behind. And the other player with a nice little chip off the boards, but to Max with a shot on net that's easily handled by the Grads defender. There's a little bit high on that one. Yeah, high with the camera shot, that is. And there it is up to Jack. He controls it on his backhand. And we go down the ice, and you've got Jack cutting across. He's knocked off the puck. And there goes Lucas to make a check. And no time left. I think Lucas knew how much time was there. And so at the end of 2, it's 4-1 for the Grads. Romans hoping for a better third period. And times have felt a little bit gooder. But we'll get there, and this third period hoping to be a big one. Start of the third period, Carson, Cole, and Jonah. There goes Cole. He's stick checked off the puck, and they're going to break it back the other way. Out wide by Brody, and Carson in with it. Chips it around. There's Jonah. He's going to go pick it up. He's going to regroup it back. Checked against the boards. Both fall down, and Carson comes up with it, and now we've got a 2-on-2 the other way over to Cole. Cole up with it. He's going to cut across. Attempted shot off the shin pad, and now the Grads turn it the other way. Got a player, but that's going to be an icing call down the ice. 17:27 left in the third period. 4-1 for the Grads. Connor there to take the draw with Eric and Bryce. Carter on the bench after getting checked earlier last period and hasn't returned yet. So Page there chatting with him. Ewan at the point, in the corner. Picked up by Connor. Picked up by Bryce. Cycled around, and the Grads come up with it. There's Eric. Good back check. Ewan can't quite get it, and now we've got to break the other way around Wes. And good save by Zach. And whistled down. Puck was loose. And Wes didn't like it, and I agree with him on that one. He couldn't shoot the puck till after. We have a Grads penalty for slashing, and it's going to be an offensive zone faceoff and a power play for the Romans. And the Grads coaches don't like it, but I don't think we're going to change the referee's mind at this point. So we got another penalty for the Grads. He's called a bench minor, and another one. And he's kicked the coach out now. All right. They didn't like that. So, we've got a couple bench minors there, and it looks like a coach who's been asked to observe the rest of the game from the other side of the ice. We've got a 2-minute minor, and we'll have a Romans 5-on-3 and attempt to get back in this game here a little bit. just goes to show no point in having a good long chat with the referee, especially as a coach. And we're waiting for the coach to walk all the way around the ice before we drop the puck, apparently, which only seems to help the Grads here, but it's okay. Roman's going to take the draw and attempt to get a couple back here. So back to Max at the point. Max over to Carson knocked off the puck, sliced up by Max and miss. And the Grads are going to shoot the puck down the ice. And Lucas in after it. And there's up to Griff, up to Jack McGlade, around the player and carrying it into the zone. Jack enters the zone, back to Carson. He's going to shoot over the glass, misses the net, over the net, sorry, off the glass. Back to Lucas. Lucas, low hard shot on net, chipped and saved by the Grads goalie. We have no clock working right now, so I can't tell you how much time is left. We've got a bit of a stoppage in play, delay in play here. There we go. 16:41 left in the third. A minute 43 left in the 5-on-3. Connor here to take the draw with Jonah, Cole, Brody, Dean. And he's asking the coach to leave because the coach is apparently watching. And so players will resume the game. Some time ran off the clock there, maybe. Oh, they ran it off because up here. So 16:30 and a minute 30 left. That's what was going on. Romans control the faceoff. Back to Dean. Dean's going to fire that shot right off the goalie. Nice hard shot. Couldn't quite get it in net. And shot down by Dean going after it. There goes Dean. Walks out again. There goes Dean down the ice, and we've got, it's back on. There's carried into the corner, picked up by Connor. Connor attempts to dance around, back to Dean. Dean sees it. He's going to fire it hard off the stick of the Grads player over to Cole. Hard shot on net off the shin pad. There's Cole and Jonah battling hard in that corner. Connor in front of the net, but they've skated around and out of the zone. Down, pass by Zach, up to Brody. Brody up the ice, over to Eric. Eric to Connor, and Connor loses the puck. Down, battle, race, won by Brody. Brody up to Eric. Eric going in. He's got this one there. And there's Carson. Carson comes up with a weak shot on net. Shot again. Shot off his stick. Shot down the ice. 50 seconds left. The penalty kill. And power play for the Romans. Sorry. Ewan picks it up. He's going to carry it. He's going to wheel up the ice, over the red line. Hoping to set it up, but gotta make that pass after you get over the blue line. And back into the Roman zone. Picked up by West. And Grads fans cheering their players on to try and kill the rest of this penalty kill off. 20 seconds left. And we get it down and shot around. Nobody there. Nobody covering. And there we have it over to Eric. Eric going to carry it in. The end of the power play. Hit hard, but stays on his feet. Back to the line. Ewan, hard slap shot off a Romans player. And yes, Carson's there with the puck. He's picked it up. He's Dipsy doodling in the corner out front, nobody there, and it's back to the Graz player. We're going to break it down the other way. What a breakaway the other direction. Here we have a nice save by Zach. And a goal. Romans losing the cool here a little bit. 5-1 for Graz. After a penalty kill by the Graz. We've got Connor, Jack, and Griff. There goes Connor after it. He's going in hard. He's got Jack out front. Sees Jack just misses on that pass attempt in front of the ice. In front of the net. Griff picks the puck up. Griff's got it. There he's got Jack. Jack, quick low hard shot on net. Saved by the goalie. Connor in there. He's battling hard. He's going to try and chip it back to Jack. Jack back to Max. Max. Nice try. A good shot. A good low tip on net and not quite converted into a goal. Kept in the line by Lucas. Good hard play. Oh, but the Grads come up with it. They're going to break away 2-on-1 the other direction. And a shot and a goal. 6-1 for the Grads. .14 left. Romans on the other end of a 6-goal performance here. Carson, Jonah, Cole, Brody, Dean. Oops. Play face-off one. It's back to Dean. Dean up to Jonah, and then lost back into the Roman zone. Zach's out to attempt to play it. Dean picks it up. He carries it around. He's going to flip it up. Nice play. Cole can't quite reach it. Cole's going to go hard after it. And won by Jonah. Jonah knocked over. Nice try to shot on net there. There goes Cole into the corner. He's going to lay a hit. Nice check by Cole. Carson hard after it. Still working hard here, as the boys need to do to finish out this game strong. Puck on the back of the net. And didn't like something there, so. There go the ref didn't quite see that. A little slash or something like that, but fellas, you got to get used to that sort of thing and move on. Face off one, controlled by the Romans in the corner. Carson dance around, pass to Cole, and that's good play back. Cole is going to chip the puck back. There goes to Brody. Brody hard shot down into the corner. Jonah's going to try and read with that play. It's back to Cole. Cole can't get it out to front to Carson. Carson can't quite get it. Back to Brody. Hard shot on net. Just misses wide. Player checked by Cole. Bounce it off. There's Carson with it. Bouncing around behind the net. He still has it, but he's just lost it. There's Brody in for a good pinch, but Romans lose it. And another breakaway back the other way. Dean's going to try and attempt. And another goal against the Romans. Romans got to keep their cool here. Going to have a Romans goalie change. Skinner is going to come in as there goes Zach. We got a face-off for the Romans here. Up by Lucas. Broken in by the Romans player here. Bryce, attempted shot on net. There's Jack with the puck. Jack coming back. Flips in the corner, evades a check, chips it out front. Eric was trying to battle at the same time, couldn't quite find him, and now we've got to go in the other direction here. There goes Lucas Medinsky up with the puck. Back, chipped at the boards. There's Eric with it. Eric's going to try and dance around him. Eric battling for the puck here. Ewan knocked off the puck. Ewan Rice up to Jack McGlade. Jack going to carry it in. He's going to dance around the check. Brad's come up with it. Carried around behind the net. There goes Wes. He's going to come in. He's checked off the puck. Wes in the corner with it, comes off of it, checked there. Got to battle hard. Keep battling. And Brad's come around the net with it. Back checked hard by Griff. Max swipes the puck off the player's stick into the corner. Pass back, and there goes Wes. Loses the puck in the corner. And up to Griff, up to Carson. Carson going to try and... He evades the check. Carson there with Connor. Carson shot on net. Doesn't quite make it through. Carson's going to keep battling. Griff's going to be knocked off the puck. Carson's got it. Nobody in front. Calling a penalty here against him. Back to Dean. Connor back to Dean. Dean, hard shot on net. Just misses. Ripped just wide. And a penalty against the Grads here with 11:41 left in the third period. Score clock says 6-1. I do believe it's 7-1 for the Grads. Romans got to keep their composure here and just try and notch one goal at a time. Don't forget to stop it. Here we go. Carson, Connor, Griff, and Dean. Having some troubles with the score clock here tonight. It seems to be flickering on and off, so we are going to change the clock to something other than 11:38, I'm guessing. Either way, they've got a Romans power play. They're going to run it. You can't run the power play off, I don't think, fellas, but can't quite figure this one out. So they're going to run the clock for a little bit while we watch. And then there we go. 10 minutes, 41 seconds, 2-minute power play, and there we go. Okay, we have face-off, puck dropped, shot down the ice. Romans better get back and protect against this odd man rush and got to move that puck out of the zone. And Romans up with it. Carson. There's Dean coming up with the puck behind the net here. Controlled by Dean. And he's going to break it out here. Pass to Griff. Can't quite connect. And Grads are in control of that play, but there's off to Connor. Connor knocked off that puck down in that zone. He's going to lay a check, take a hit, make a pass out front of the net, and the Grads come up with it. Dances around a Romans player and attempts to do a wrap around, but Dean's going to come up with it, and he's going to regroup the team and shoot it around the net. Up to Griff. Griff, pass behind Connor, and it's going to be icing. No ice on the Romans. Connor's got to go hard after it, maybe a little harder than that. Up to Ewan. Ewan down in the zone. Shot weakly on net. No Romans going after it. There's Bryce, though. Comes in to pick it up. battling in the corner. Out to Ewan. Ewan shot off, tipped by the Grads player off to the corner. Can't get this off the net. Not sure how to. There we are. Chipped back in by Lucas. 12 seconds left in the penalty kill. Not much to say for it. Shot by Jonah just wide of the net. Bryce battling hard in the corner. Jonah up with the puck. Up to Ewan. Shot hard. Off the side of the net. Not quite going to make it through. And the Grads turn around the other way. Shot into the Roman zone. Lucas bumped. Chipping around in the corner there. Cole in the corner. Nobody's going after it. Up to Jonah, and now Jonah's going to carry it out. Skating hard the other direction. Lost that puck. Romans for a line change here, and now the Grads are going to turn it back. Good hard back check by Jonah, as always. Max bumped in the corner, chips it around, shot on the net, saved by Skinner. Good first action there. Carson bumped off. The Grads player took the worst of that. Now there's over to Eric. Eric clotheslined a little bit there. You can't yell at everything we play against the Romans, but we keep going. There goes the Grads coming back with it. 2-on-2 here. Takes it into the corner. Kept to the outside by Max. Max lays a hit. There goes Eric hard after it. And the Romans come up with it. There goes Jack. He's skating down hard. Jack's still flying here. Jack's going to shut off the puck. There we go. Grads turn around, going the other direction. Grads controlling the puck down there. West off the side of the net. West, another player battling around a little bit. Fellas got to, again, maintain a little bit of composure here and keep playing the game. Good hard check against Max. Grads up with it. Good save by Skinner. Six minutes, 38 seconds left. Score says 6-1. Believe it, 7-1 for the Grads. Dean around the puck, shoots it around the boards, over to Griff. Griff's going to be checked there. Handled by Skinner. To Dean. To Brody, to Griff. Griff shoots it to the wing he's supposed to be at. Shot on net. Handled by Skinner. Going to be a face-off with 6 minutes, 20 seconds left in the third period. There goes Bryce. Can't quite chip it back up. Griff lays a check over to the corner. There goes Connor up to the line. Up to Dean. Dean's going to carry it up on his own. Stay on side. Back to Griff. Griff can't handle it. There's Brody back to pick it up and just fires it back down. Oh, Brody got lucky there. Grove's going to go Griff. Griff skating down in. He's got Connor there. Griff somehow makes it around the other team, and they should have, and now they're going to end up with a penalty. So we got another Romans power play with 5 minutes and 43 seconds left in the third. 10 after 8. So we likely have had a Jays first pitch already. The Grads players lining up against the Romans. Carson, Jonah, Cole, Lucas, and Max. Shot down the ice by the Grads. Picked up by Max. Max stops behind the net. He's going to make a pass. Carson isn't quite ready for that pass. Checked off the puck. Now Lucas, 3-on-2 up the ice here. Lucas, Cole. Shot ahead of Cole. Past the Cole now. Cole can't quite handle it. Slapping away at it there. And then, once again, shot down the ice. And, nope, not shot down the ice. My goodness, I better pay better attention. Hit off the referee, I think. Max chugging along after it. He's going to pick it up and just slip it around the net to Jonah. Jonah picks it up. He's off the boards to Carson. Carson looks across the ice. He sees Jack. Jack streaking through the middle. Jack cuts across. Shot from out wide, up high. Carson. Pass did not connect with anybody, and now the Grads are going to take it the other way. Very follow play there. Lucas attempts to win that puck back. He can't do it. Back to the corner. Nobody there to pick it up. A little scrambly. Romans just got to, again, maintain some composure here. Recognize this kind of thing happens in hockey from time to time, and just finish out the game. Hopefully finish it out strong. Lucas trying to do that with a puck shot on net. Shot down the ice, picked up by Ewan. 10 seconds left in the power play. Shot down the ice, clock's out again. Nope, clock's back on. 3 minutes, 45 seconds left in the third. Ewan over to Jack McGlade. Jack McGlade carrying it down in. He's going to take the shot out from high. Goalie handles that one. Good hard shot, but out from pretty high. There's a shot on net, handled by the Grads player. Hunter back checks offside. Romans down 7-1. 3 minutes, 24 seconds left. Time to finish hard here, fellas, and regroup for the next game. Puck one back. Kept in by Carson. A good strong play. Carson comes, shot off net. Great save by the goalie. Tip. There's no fun again. Carson trying. Tipped in by Brody. Back to Griff. Over to Carson. Connor's out front of the net. Connor's battling hard with Carson. Can't quite get there. And now they're going to skate back. Connor's having a back check, and Dean's there. Dances around West. Out front of the net. Nobody there. Griff takes a hit. Tries to make a play. Off the Grads player. There's Dean. I'm going to bring it up to the wing to Connor and back out to the Grads in the neutral zone. Grads bring it forward. West plays a hit. Tries to make a play there. And going to battle for that puck. Connor battling for that puck. Knocks the player over. Connor in change. So we got Dean. Dances around. Shot by Skinner. Saved by Skinner. Saved by Skinner. Out front. Good player left there. Saved by Skinner again. Good stop by Skinner. And Jonah dances around a player. He's going to lose the puck here. 2 minutes, 17 seconds left in the third period. Shot out front. There goes Jonah up with it. And over to Griff, who is probably due for a line change here. Over to Dean. Romans control the puck. Dean and the other player battling hard. The other player wins it, and he's shot back down into the Roman zone. There goes Carson. He flips it over to Jonah. Jonah maintains control of the puck. He's going to weave up through, sees Brody streaking up the other side, so he hits him with a good pass. There goes Brody. He's going to carry it in. Back to Brody, chips over his stick. Dean comes back into the neutral zone, chips it right back down the boards to Jonah. And Bryce can stay onside. He did stay onside according to the referee there. We've got Bryson, plays a check. We've got Eric zipping hard. And Dean, nice hard shot off the side of the net for Connor to pick it up. Connor takes a check, makes a play up the boards, and the Romans get it out with just over a minute left in the third period. Bryce in for a check. There's Connor in for a check with Eric in for a forecheck as well. Romans don't come up with it, but the Grads do, and they're going to take it back the other way. Lucas picks up the puck. Nice play by Lucas to break up that play. Max wasn't ready for that pass. Knocked over there. May have been a high stick, but not called. Off the glass. With 38 seconds left in the third, Eric knocked down. Romans careful not to run around too much here. And some hits. Lucas comes up with the puck. He's going to skate up the ice with 23 seconds left and try and salvage something of this last 20 seconds in the game. Shot on net, over. Nobody there. Well, there was somebody there, just missed him. Lucas comes up with the puck behind Grad's net. Quick pass over to Cole. Cole back to Max. Max is going to just shoot it in, and that's the game. A loss of 7-1 for the Rovers. So a little bit of regrouping after this one. Early morning practice tomorrow, and come back better the next time. Enjoy the Jays game, everybody. Take your lumps and move on.
Jays winner again.